Awesome. Now, physical health is really important, but equally as important, if not more so, is mental health. Mental health issues are not always easy to talk about. Not everyone's so keen to jump into that kōrero, but it is our kaupapa for this week, as it is Mental Health Awareness Week.
Aroha Harawira creates the good time vibes in her club sets and on her radio show, The Grind, which happens daily on GeorgeFM, and she is all too aware with this week's kaupapa of mental health awareness. Tēnā koe, Aroha!
Hey guys, nice to see you.
Good to see you too. Hey, thanks so much for talking to us this morning. Now, this is really an important kaupapa for you, being that you have been so open about your own struggles with depression and mental illness. Why do you think it is so hard for people to talk about this subject?
I think there's a lot of stigma around mental illness. So if you're going through something and you're thinking about what you're going through, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to talk to anyone about it because they'll think I'm crazy or they'll think I'm exaggerating. And it's really easy to just completely go into your own head and not want to talk to anyone about it.
But yeah, when you do actually talk to someone about it, it makes you feel so much better, and everyone's always willing to listen. But what do you do, if you are having like a hard day, things feel a bit much, what do you do to turn that around, get yourself in a right positive frame of mind?
Usually the first thing I'll do is I'll kick myself out of bed, I'll chuck my headphones on and I'll go for a run. I find running has been like probably one of the most valuable tools for me for managing my depression and my anxiety. And when you're running, you've got music in your head, you're really not thinking about much except for maybe that music and just getting from A to B. So by the time you get home, you're like, okay, cool. I've had that time to just take myself away from my issues, and now I can sit down and rationally think things through.
Yeah, awesome. And what advice would you give to someone who is supporting a friend or a family member who might be struggling with some of these issues?
I think the most important thing is to listen. It's really easy as friends, we just want to give our opinions all the time, but you're not necessarily going to help that person just by throwing all your opinions at them without properly listening. Really think about what they're saying, and if you don't think you have the answers, you can help them by pointing them in the direction of places like Live More Awesome. That's a really amazing website. They've got so much good advice on there. And Youthline is another great place. You can call Youthline. You can go to their website, youthline.co.nz. If you don't have anyone to talk to, they're with you 24 hours a day as well, and they're awesome.
Yeah, and also another one is thelowdown.co.nz.
Yeah, totally.
And I understand you've put together a good vibes playlist for us, feel good music. How did the tracks on that playlist make the cut?
Well, there's lots of different types of music in there. There's some hip hop, there's some reggae, there's like there's my favourite band in there, which is Queens of the Stone Age. It's a really angry song, but sometimes I find like just going rah, aggression out really helps me when I'm feeling a bit stink about things. So yeah.
Fantastic. So, well, thank you so much for talking to us this morning, and I hope you have a fantastic, uplifting weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks, Aroha.
Bye. Ka kite.
And if you want to listen to Aroha's Feel Good playlist, the track list and the Spotify playlist link are on our website, tukaha.tv.